What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. Amazon Kindle Create Space. Uh, Baby Daddy Game 101. Live beneath your means. Like I said, this was inspired by O'Shea Duke Jackson, Negro Manosphere. He had me on recently, and I took a shower and came back and had some thoughts. So, and this is part of the book. So, it's 30 chapters total, but this is part of one of those. Live beneath your means. What I mean by that is this. When you're on child support, live beneath your means because you never know what your child's going to need, because a lot of times these custodial parents, a lot of these mothers don't take care of the kid, even with the money you send. So there's ways around that don't cost you much, and they're good for you, and they're good for your kid. One, when you're buying clothes, don't do the buying a bunch of clothes in bulk before school. Scratch that. Take your butt to a Ross, a Marshalls, a Burlington Coat Factory, a Steinmart, whatever that type place is. Don't really go to Walmart, because their clothes shrink so fast. So you need something that's a little bit higher quality. Go to the clearance rack in the off season. What I mean by that is, in the wintertime, get that clearance summer shit. If your kid is 6 in the wintertime, they're going to be 7 in the summertime. Get the size 7 summertime clothes on clearance. Every couple of weeks you get paid, buy an outfit, 2 outfits. It costs you anywhere from $10 an outfit to $20 an outfit. Depends. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? On what you're looking for, what the sales is, blah, blah, blah. So by the time summertime rolls around and school starts, they got a gang of fucking clothes. Whether you want to give them those clothes to wear to school, because you deal with that constant back and forth. Some of our children's mothers send the kids to our houses looking like bums, and then we got to clothe them, and you want to send them back, and they fresh, and they want to take their clothes back, and then they send them back like bums, and then you realize, they just suckering me for more clothes and extra shit. So you keep the clothes at your house and shit, right? So you do it that way because when you're buying these clothes on clearance, it saves you the aggravation of buying a lot of full price clothes. And you're getting good stuff at a bargain, and you can turn those clothes that they're trying to take back with them. If you keep them for a little bit, when you send it back to them, they like play clothes because they're going to have newer clothes. You did? Because kids always grow. So that's way you can get the school clothes, play clothes thing popping without the aggravation of them trying to get you for new shit all the time. Another way to live beneath your means. When you're paying child support, a lot of times they're gonna go by what you make in a year. If you have a salary. If you have a salary, sometime depending on what went on in court, your overtime doesn't count because it's not a guarantee. So whatever overtime, live beneath your means, and either put the overtime towards paying debt off, or saving or use the overtime to, say your kids coming for summer camp. Take that overtime money, put it to the side, so when the kid gets there, because you're going to wind up paying child support when the kid's with you also. Take that money, put it to the side, so when summer camp time comes, you already got the summer camp money, and it ain't fucking with your money because you already paying child support too. Live beneath your means as far as food. Learn how to shop and cook and look for deals, because don't go in the grocery store just buying shit, Like, if you learn how to cook, like if you don't buy a can of green beans when you can buy fresh green beans for less than just cook them. You know what I'm saying? And you go through that. Don't buy sweet potatoes in the can when you can actually buy sweet potatoes for cheaper and cook them. You know, those little things add up over time. You know, don't buy, if you like certain foods and you really want to buy them, just wait till they're on sale though. You know what I'm saying? That way you got food in the house, but you did it in a way that is conducive to a healthier lifestyle. Because when you're buying fresh food, people act like being healthy is expensive. No, don't do all that whole food stupid shit. Because it's all organic. God damn it, all come from the ground. Only thing organic is the price hike when they give that shit to you. So spend your money that way, you know. And when you learn how to cook, bam, you teach your kid how to cook. It's another way to connect. Another way you live why you live beneath your means. Because as the kid gets older, you know, you can put some things aside for college experience, or you know, that 16-year-old car. You can slowly but surely do that stuff because you nickel and dime and saving money here and there. But this is for you too, because as the kid gets older, closer to 18, that money that you're accustomed to having with child support, you're going to be spending it on yourself. So if you're accustomed to live a certain type of lifestyle, that bump up in money, you know, you might want to, you can get maybe a bigger house, or you can save that money as investment money, for money to put aside for the future, or for money to, say, put away in like bonds and shit like that for your grandkids. Because you might not, you know, say you save up, like, if you're lucky, 5-10 years go by and you're able to save up $10,000. You might not be able to do too much with your child, right? So you get like a bond, make it like a 20-year bond, and leave that shit alone. Now by the time your child has a child, that really kicks into paying off their college. Or if you got that money up front, you get what I'm saying, when your kid's like 1-2, you can put it in like a 15-year bond or whatever, and when college comes around, that's the money right there, because of the way it appreciates over time. Same thing with learning how to invest. You grow your money slowly, and that way you keep it out of the quote unquote child support hands when you put it like in bonds and shit like that. Because when it appreciates and it accrues its value, you probably be past that, and it doesn't count against your income, and they can't hike up the rate, and you still taking care of your kid because you're planning for their future, and you're giving them a better chance to get ahead in life and give them a better platform to start with. So, a couple of lessons right there. Peace.